to plan your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good day, Vail. Good day, Vail. Let's see what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring or fall, you're home in the Rockies has it all. So gear up, get ready to plan your day. The ideas are brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good day, Vail. Good day, Vail.
Welcome to Good Day Vail, a show that's dedicated to help you live your best life here in the Vail Valley. My name is Cece Zach, and yes, I am a transplant from the Northeast, but I am the host of this show. And this show is to help you learn from locals about how to thrive in the mountains. We are your eyes and ears for all things in the valley to help you find new ways to engage in the community. I am so grateful today to be shooting from the Castle Peak Senior Center here in Eagle, Colorado, whereby we are partnering with the Vail Valley Art Guild to help the seniors bring a little joy in their life. And yes, we are pouring acrylic paint ornaments. And for those of you that know me, artisanal is not in my vocabulary, so this will be a fabulous learning experience. So stay tuned as we join the seniors here with the Vail Valley Arts Guild to create joy for everyone involved. Cheers. So I am here with Margaret, and Margaret, my name is Cece. It's lovely to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Cece.
I'm just wondering, have you ever spent any time doing arts and crafts in the past?
No, I was a school teacher and I would trade anybody if they would teach my art class and I would teach a class for them. I didn't like art.
Sounds just like me. I have never been very good with art at all. So with that in mind, let me ask, how easy was this for you today?
Oh, very easy. I had good help. She helped me with the colors to put in, and it was very easy. Very fun. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to try this before the day is over.
You should.
But most importantly, look at your beautiful artwork. Which one is your favorite and why?
Well, it'd be hard to say which is my favorite. I think maybe the green and gold and the white. I like that combination very much, and it's just so unusual. I like the red, white, and blue too. Well, I like them all.
Well, I like them all too. And what is the one thing that you just said before we started to chat that you needed to do now that you've done this project? What do you need to display these with?
Oh, my Christmas tree.
That's right. Right.
Got to get it out of the closet. Yes.
So, Margaret, thank you so much for your time being part of Good Day Vail.
This was a very nice experience. Very nice, yeah. I enjoyed this.
And just to remind everyone that this is the Vail Valley Arts Guild that has been so gracious with their time to bring their skills to the Castle Peak Senior Center.
Good day, Vail. Good day, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Day Vail, and I'm Cece Zach, and I'm here with our president of the Vail Valley Art Guild, Melissa Nelson, and it's such a pleasure to learn all about who she is, why she's in the Valley, and how she started with the Art Guild. So without any further ado, Melissa, please tell us all about you.
Hi, Cece. Thanks for the opportunity. I moved up to the mountains in the early 80s, actually, but this is my third tenure here. And I was running the Eagle River Watershed Council when I moved up here in the 90s. And now I am a retired lady. And I thought, what the heck am I going to do with my retirement? But in 2014, a group of artists got together and formed the Vail Valley Art Guild because there was nothing that really brought artists together or helped them educate themselves. So the idea of founding the Vail Valley Art Guild was to bring people out of their basements where they've been painting alone, or guys with cell phone cameras, to help them improve their techniques. And now, it's 9 years later, we are, I'm not great at math, as you can tell. We have about 100 plus members, 120 members or so. And we have workshops, we have groups like you saw today here at the Senior Center, where we all get together and share what we know about different kinds of art with others to improve their skills and to also help us socialize.
What a wonderful mission for the community here in the Vail Valley. Tell me a little bit about how the Art Guild is set up. Who is a great candidate to become part of your community?
Well, it's kind of fun because we have people with all ranges of skills. In fact, I didn't start really doing art until I took a class in Denver called Drawing for People Who Think They Can't.
That is me. That I can't draw, that's for sure.
Well, it's interesting because you start with shapes, circles and squares and so forth, and you can draw a pair of glasses by putting two circles together and a half circle over it and some lines out, and there you go. And that was over 20 years ago. And different people start at different levels. Some people have studied art. I was an art history minor, so I knew art history, but I always thought art was beyond me. But the way I guess you figure out that you actually are an artist is when you put something in our gallery, you've learned how to frame it and hang it, and then somebody buys it. You think, wow, somebody actually bought my work, they like it, and I must be an artist. So here I am, an artist after years of nonprofit management, and before that, 15 years in the investment banking business, so.
Well, thank you for sharing that, because I too come from the business world where I still can't draw stick figures. But that being said, when you and I chatted and prepared for this episode, we had talked about the Art Guild being separated into photography and art. Tell us a little bit about that.
About 40% of our members are photographers, and they're all different levels of photography, from people, again, with cell phones to people with fancy cameras. With one guy rehabs antique cameras and puts a drape over his head and gets behind the camera and has his audience out there. It's really fun to watch these guys work. They have assignments every week, and once a month they have a meeting and they bring their assignments in and they compare, they critique and compliment each other. So that's the photographers. The other 60% are all sorts of different kinds of artists. We have pastel, watercolor, acrylic, oil, and mixed media, where you're tearing up paper. And then, since I'm so good at math, the other 5%, no, we're at 105%, I believe, are sculptors. We've got a guy up in Red Cliff who has what looks like car parts all over his yard, and he welds them together and brings them into the gallery, and they're fabulous. And then we have ceramicists who work in clay, and we use the kiln at Colorado Mountain College for those guys. And we just had a great show at Colorado Mountain College with about 174 works of all these different kinds of work by almost 50 different artists in their fields.
Do you have people that do make jewelry as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, we'd like to get more people that make jewelry.
Okay.
There's one lady that I keep seeing at the thrift store, and she buys necklaces there and takes them apart and puts them back together. But I can't drag her into the gallery, but I'm going to get her.
So help our viewers understand what the value is to becoming a member, whether you're a beginner like me that can only do a stick figure, or someone as tenured as yourself and others that I've met at the Guild.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we really like to have member meetings once a month, and the second Monday of every month. So once you become a member for $50, you're invited to the member meetings, and we usually do projects at the member meetings, and everything goes. We've done wax, we've done doodles, which I like to do. We've done acrylic pouring of our Christmas ornaments, and we also have sort of a meeting, and everybody brings something to eat. Then we have workshops, and workshops can range from pastel workshops to photography workshops to oil painting workshops. We have some that are abstract. We have some that are more life-like. And there's always something for everyone. In fact, we had the drawing for people who think they can't workshop, where you show up with a charcoal or a pencil, and when you walk out, you go, wow, I actually can draw. So that's another member benefit. Saturday, we're having our holiday party, which is always a lot of fun at one of the members' homes. So we often go to members' homes and see their art collections and see their work too.
That's delightful. That's, wow. I think one other thing that you had mentioned to me in preparation was the fact that there's many of you that know the most perfect place in the Valley to either photograph or to sketch or to paint or even just to find a solitude within there. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it is interesting. Everybody has places, you know, if you're a landscape painter, then a nearby place is the Edwards Preserve, where you can go right down to the river and look over across at a barn and some cows, and that's always kind of a fun place. The photographers, some of them they go down the Colorado River and they know right where the otters are, where the eagles are, where the wolves are, or not wolves yet, but
Yet, right.
yeah, I know, but they find every kind of animal. And some people like to go climb some of the mountains and photograph that. Our painters, a lot of them will take pictures and then go back to their studios and paint. So there's one gal right now who's at the Birds of Prey, and she does paintings afterwards from, you know, the crowd and the flags and all the excitement. She also does the rodeos, which are really fun. So she has some, you know, guys sitting on the fence and little guys with their cowboy hats on and so forth. So there's, you know, not one secret place unless you hook up with a member and then they might tell you.
So Melissa, I can't thank you enough for spending time with us today on Good Day Vail. And for our viewers, please stay tuned as we'll be showing you about all of the crafts that we're doing here at the Castle Peak Senior Center in Eagle.
Good day, Vail. Good day, Vail.
So welcome to Good Day Vail, and I'm so excited to be here at the Castle Peak Senior Center today to demonstrate what the Vail Valley Art Guild has to share with our seniors here in the Valley. With me today is Pam O'Hara, who is on the planning committee for the Vail Valley Art Guild, and I really look forward to having her tell us all about the wonderful project that is ongoing as we speak. So Pam, tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, while you're in the Vail Valley and how you ended up here.
Well, we got to Colorado. My husband got transferred out here. So he was traveling. We got our place in Denver, but we knew we needed a place in the mountains. So we got both and spent all our free time up here. So, but I was very happy to join the Art Guild to find out that they do all the outdoor events and classes and so on. So I've enjoyed being part of that up here. And
Have you been in the arts for a long period of time, or is this something new for you?
so I actually have been making things my whole life. And my husband brought this up in the car. My license plate is make stuff with an 8 as the A.
I love that.
But I was making Nantucket baskets, and I wanted to learn how to scrimshaw. So when we moved to Denver, I took drawing classes down at the Denver Botanic Gardens. But I wanted to get involved with other artists, and that's how I got involved with the Art Guild up here and started doing landscapes and all that kind of stuff that is the majority of what we do.
And for those of you from the Northeast like myself, many of you are probably very aware of what a Nantucket woven basket is, but that's for another episode later. But Pam, let's focus a little bit about what you do with the Vail Valley Art Guild and what you would like to see happen with the Guild and the community.
Well, I'd like to have more members, of course, because we are open to artists of all kinds and photographers. And, you know, the more support and the more people we have, the bigger momentum we can have for shows and events and things like that. I would like to see more outreach like what we're doing here today to involve the community that can't just come to a meeting and so on. And I've already spoken with some of the residents here today, and we're already talking about future plans, which have Valentine's and Easter eggs is what they're asking for. So I got off track there.
That's okay. That's okay. So tell me a little bit about what it is that we're doing today. We do have video of what we're doing, but explain to our viewers the concept of the acrylic ornament and actually how easy it is to create.
So it is, during COVID, I started like just playing with fluid acrylic. And then in 2021, I was like, let's just pour some of this over an ornament and see what happens. And it was like, wow, okay, yeah, this is fun. And I presented to the Art Guild, and we did it as a group. And we've also done it in our Eagle Gallery, and had, the public can come in, and this December also can come in and make their own ornament. But the preparation is the key to it, which I have done. You just need to layer the paints and pour it on. And we have some very successful ornaments in that room. So that's a telling story of how it is just a fun, it's more of a craft than an art, but a fun thing. And I think the amazement of when you pour out the colors and you see what happens, it's like magic. I mean, it really, truly is. I mean, I still get excited every single one I pour.
It certainly is magic, and I've had a chance to see the seniors pour the acrylic over the ornaments, and it's a spectacular sight. So, Pam, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for bringing your skill to this wonderful place here and sharing it with the seniors. So, happy holidays to you, and thank you.
Thank you, too, and thank you for doing this, and hopefully more people will be aware of us in the future and join us. Basically, you want to fill this paper cup about 2/3 of the way filled with paint. And to get like the variety of color variation in there, you want to do it in layers. Okay, so maybe your layers are about, you can't see with these gloves on, about 1/8 of an inch, so you maybe like 8 layers, so like a little lasagna made out of paint. Okay? And then when you get your layers together, you're gonna pinch the spout, make the paper cup have a little spout, and then you're gonna pour it on the North Pole there. And the paint is gonna flow down the sides, and the colors will blend, and you will have a magical, beautiful, colorful ornament, and you really can never predict what exactly is going to happen. The only thing I would say is don't put red and green next to each other, because that will make brown.
We'll put a little white in between.
Yeah, put a white or gold. Gold is really good. Gold really makes them pop. So I will
We'll help you.
so yeah, so if you can see me, I'm just putting
Diane Sullivan could do this with
a
her
little bit of red in there, and then
Diane
I'm
Sullivan.
gonna do a little bit of gold in there.
No.
No, then I'll do a little white.
See, she's putting all kinds
So
of
I'm
colors.
just doing a little bit here and there, a little more burgundy. We'll do a little gold. We're gonna go up, like I said, we're gonna go about 2/3 of the way up, just to make sure that we,
Yeah, just put them all in.
a little
You never
over
know what it's
halfway.
gonna come out like on the,
And
it'll
then
never come out as good as hers.
so the last color you put in is gonna go on first. So actually, what is in the bottom of your
the
cup
last
is gonna
color
show more.
Here.
Oh, okay.
So, ready? Can everybody see?
Because then we take them out. And
Yeah. Oh,
I'm just pouring it there on the North Pole, and look at that happen.
oh,
look at
Isn't that fun?
beautiful.
Yeah, so each one of you are going to be making beautiful ornaments today. Isn't that fun? Yeah. Everybody I showed this to is just like, wow, this is so much fun. All right, so volunteers ready? So you see what we've got going on here. We've got the wet paint. It's a mixture. It's got some additive to it besides water. And these obviously need to dry. And then I will take them and spray them with a gloss finish and then put the tops back on them. And as you see the top of this, so they're going to keep dripping because there's weight of the paint going down there. So they might not even look exactly like that when they actually dry.
How long do they take to dry?
Well, with this amount of paint down there, I had them use more paint to make sure that they got full coverage. So the bulb will be done like tomorrow, but all the stuff in the bottom, like the top of this, inside there could still be wet. So we'll have to kind of play it by ear.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. So I'm here with Joanne Levy, and I just want to thank her for her time in founding the Vail Valley Art Guild. And so, Joanne, if you had one thought about what the Vail Valley Art Guild has brought to the community, what is that?
I think it's an awareness of the visual arts because we're such a ski-oriented, sport-oriented community, which we all ski, but I think that we forget about the arts sometimes. And so I think what we did is we brought a lot of artists together. We have over 100 members, and we all have a common goal to make art and to show people art and to educate with art. Anything that has to do with art. Exhibit, classes, instruct, show anyone everything. And I didn't just form it myself. I formed it with Lynn Feiger and Karen Kalfas. There's three of us that started this art guild. It was an idea in 2014. And we're still here.
You sure are. And I just want to, again, thank you for everything that you've done for this community. And as you said, it's about bringing awareness of the arts to the Valley. So thank you, Joanne.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Good Day Vail, and I want to thank everyone here at the Castle Peak Senior Center for hosting this episode. I also want to thank the Vail Valley Art Guild with Melissa and Joanne and Pam as they demonstrated their skills to bring joy to all of the seniors that were involved. And most importantly, I want to thank the seniors for sharing their home with us and making me become part of the Christmas spirit here. So from their home to your home, thank you for joining us today.